So overall, I would recommend... Hey everyone, welcome back to another quick review. This time around, we'll be reviewing the Sephora Best Skin Ever Foundation. I was definitely curious to try this out because I haven't purchased a Sephora brand foundation product in a while. So when this came out and with the name Best Skin Ever, of course I had to try it because the name alone is like, do I get the best skin ever wearing you? So as far as claims with this foundation, it's enriched with algae extracts and hyaluronic acid, provides anti-pollution benefits in 12-hour hydration, and clinically proven to reduce signs of stress and fatigue. So as far as some basic info, this guy right here just has a really nice, sensible pump. It's only $20 at Sephora. Sephora brand is considered high-end, so it is a cheaper high-end foundation, I guess. So as far as my shade, I picked up 29Y, and when I actually shade matched myself just on the website, when you click, you know, find my match, with the foundation that I currently own, it actually matched me with a lot darker. It was like 2 shades darker, so I went down 2 shades lighter and it's still too dark for me. I actually should have asked for someone to swatch it under a little clear plastic cube because I could probably use maybe 2 shades lighter than this guy, even though the recommendation that they had at Sephora was darker. So just a heads up, if you like relying on the Find My Match, that Find My Match hasn't been very accurate when it comes to my skin tone because I feel like it jumps around a lot, and I've purchased a few foundations that was nowhere close to my skin tone according to Sephora's Find My Match little software. So as far as the formula of this foundation, it's almost really creamy but very light. It almost feels like a cloud once it hits your skin, and then it just melts on your skin and covers like a dream. I think it's because of the hyaluronic acid part of this foundation that basically once it gets into your skin, it actually becomes just like second skin. You don't feel the product on your skin. You don't feel the product at all. It's very light on the skin and it covers so beautifully. If you're familiar with the Sephora airbrush foundation that they had that's supposed to be a dupe for the Dior Flash one, I love that foundation, and I feel like they captured that spray foundation and made it into like a creamy form and put it in this guy because it covers almost exactly like it and it feels almost exactly like it on the skin. So as far as staying power, I have very oily skin, and if you're oily like me, I would recommend getting a matte primer to keep your skin matte longer because I felt like I did get greasier with this foundation. But for the most part, I felt like the foundation wore really nicely throughout the day despite making me greasy. But I felt like it stayed put on the skin really nicely and it didn't cling into odd places on my skin, which is a really big pet peeve of mine, when foundation just kind of clings on like the odd areas in my nose or like sinks into my acne scarring on my cheeks and my forehead. It didn't do that. I felt like it wore really uniformly on throughout the day, and even though I had to blot more than I normally would, I feel like the foundation stayed really well. If you have normal to dry skin, I think you would really appreciate this foundation. This foundation feels so light on the skin. It feels really good. It wears really nicely, and as long as you get the correct shade for you, I think this foundation really does look like second skin, and it doesn't look like anything on your skin once you have it on. So overall, I would recommend this new foundation from Sephora. I think it wears beautifully. It really does just look like second skin, and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all. Especially if you have normal to dry skin, I think you would really appreciate the coverage of this foundation and how it wears on the skin. So that is pretty much it with this quick review. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I would really appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!